What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a video from the Corps of Royal Engineers, the Gurkha Soldier Throwback. I'm really excited for this one, guys, because so far we've only learned a little bit about the Gurkhas, but what we've seen has been very, very impressive.
It's a very interesting topic.
Yes, from where they come from, how they actually start and go through that process to actually join the British Army. It's really, really incredible.
Yeah.
And it was really moving to see just how much it meant to them and their families and whatnot. And so we wanted to continue learning more about the Gurkha soldiers. And so today we're going to be checking out this video. I have no idea exactly what is going to be in this video, but the description says something along the lines that it's going to show the essential and impressive role the Gurkhas play in the British Army.
Cool.
So enough rambling, guys. Let's go and jump in here and check out the Gurkha Soldier Throwback.
This is the doko, a traditional basket.
Oh, they're going to do that
everything and
that race,
in the hills of Nepal.
that test.
It's carried on your back with a support strap around your head. And each year, for hundreds of young men, it represents the final hurdle to get into the legendary Brigade of Gurkhas.
How much was that supposed to weigh? Couldn't tell.
I thought it was going to tell us. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. Going up the hill and whatnot.
Why do I want to say like 30s?
Yeah, it's a beautiful landscape.
Wow. Straight up.
Yeah.
The doko race is a 4-kilometer run with 35 kilograms.
35.
Time allowed, just 35 minutes. 1 minute under, you're in. 1 minute over, well, it's a long walk home.
And couldn't they only come back like one time or something?
Or like up to a certain age.
Because the age is like very limited. I can't remember what the age was.
Ever since the British East India Company raised the first Gurkha regiment in 1815, the British Gurkhas have been at the sharp end of the UK's major military campaigns. Since Indian independence in 1947, they've been an integral part of the British Army.
They're marching together.
Through countless legendary stories, they have earned an enviable reputation as one of the bravest and fiercest fighting forces in the world.
Oh, there's that special, I can't remember what that blade is called.
This is what I was wanting to see more of, like their training.
Yeah, look at that blade.
Oh my gosh.
They're masters of that. I can't remember what it's called, though. I want to see the training of that.
Recruiting in Nepal is conducted under a tripartite agreement, and it's this agreement, signed in 1947 by the governments of Nepal, India and UK, that outlines the unique terms and conditions under which all Gurkhas serve. It also enables the recruitment of the young men of Nepal into the British Army, where they subsequently serve worldwide and eventually retire back to Nepal as respected members of Nepalese society.
You know, looking at how hilly it is here, I think these guys would already be very fit, even before going through any training.
Yeah, just in general.
Going up and down these hills all the time, working in the farms and stuff like that.
Now, while many in the British Armed Forces know the fearsome reputation of the Gurkhas, few realise the intensity of competition for entry. The Brigade of Gurkhas is in the enviable position of having too many applicants. On average, each year, 28,000 potential recruits apply for just 230 vacancies.
Did it say 230 vacancies?
Yeah, 28,000.
Holy.
230 slots.
Oh my goodness. So like, what is that? That's not even 1%. That's like 0.75% or something like that, or actually get in.
Whew, those are daunting odds.
That goes to show you right there. Think about this. They're known as such elite warriors, right? And it makes sense because out of 28,000 applicants at a time, 230 get in. That means that you're going to be getting the most elite of the most elite, the fittest of the fittest. You know what I mean? So it kind of does make sense that they have this kind of reputation. Yeah.
The selection process is designed to select the best educated, most intelligent, medically and physically fit young men.
I bet what a dream it is just to even be in the process of trying for it.
Yeah.
Competition is fierce, the tests are stringent, and many will leave disappointed.
Every stage of the selection process, I will be there to supervise and to make sure that it's seen to be fair, that they are being told why they have failed. Those potential recruits that fail at that stage are, by and large, totally devastated.
Yeah, I bet. Because they've given it their all, you know?
Well, and not just that, but as we learned in the other video about the recruitment process, their families sometimes have literally spent their life savings on getting them to the point to even be considered. So have to go back home after that would be devastating.
That would be totally devastating. Because, I mean, like, and I understand why they risk all that money in a lot of cases to do this, because it is absolutely life-changing if they're able to get in. And, I mean, but when you have a less than 1% chance, and I mean, like,
a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. It absolutely is.
And then some of it comes down to not even skill, but just bad luck with genes.
Shocked.
You know?
Yeah.
Some are in tears.
Yeah, you remember the young man who had the heart issue
or something.
He went through everything. His mom spent a ton of all her money, and then he unfortunately had this heart condition that made it to where he couldn't go in. That was really sad. I think he would have made it. I believe that was what held him back. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that, yeah.
But having spoken to someone who were in that position last year, it generally reinforces their determination to try again and try that little bit harder in the following year. At that stage, any and all of them would make very good soldiers, but we just don't have the vacancies in the British Army, so we have to draw a line.
Wow.
The Brigade of Gurkhas demands high standards from its soldiers. The quality of the Gurkha soldier underpins the reputation of the Brigade of Gurkhas, and this dictates that only the best are selected.
Wow.
The quality of the recruits that the British Brigade of Gurkhas presently looks for is the highest. We basically now not only go for the physical side of the fitness, we very much go into the education standard business as well. So the lowest standard we actually take is from class 8, meaning their 8th year of study.
So minimum of 8 years.
They are very much tested for the English quality as well.
I wonder what that means, like in terms of like how we could understand like grade level or whatever.
8th grade, I would think.
Right, but does that really just mean like our 8th grade, or does that, like, are they studying on like a different level than what our individual grades would be? You know what I mean?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Lots of the boys who come here as potential recruits have been educated at boarding school and will have done as much education, if not more, than some of the infantry soldiers coming in from Britain.
Wow.
16 school becomes voluntary. What's your
Guess that kind of answers my question.
748, just like start.
So I think in the future you're going to see Gurkhas who have a much higher level of English, much better communication skills, and therefore can work much easier alongside their British counterparts.
Wow.
So we are taking the cream of the crop, I think, although obviously there are other things to be considered as well as education.
As with most underdeveloped countries, disease is commonplace in Nepal, and all recruits are medically screened to ensure that only those at the peak of physical health are accepted.
I feel, as a doctor who's served with other regiments outside the Brigade of Gurkhas, that on the whole they are as good, if not better, than many other British infantry soldiers.
So I wonder what it is that would cause the bad health outcomes in a place like Nepal. Obviously, I understand if there is a lot of poverty in an area, they might have food scarcity and whatnot.
Like malnourishment to a degree.
But in terms of if they're farmers and they're growing they're growing their own food and stuff, if the food is not scarce, like in terms of like these guys look fit, they look well fed and whatnot, and so I'm curious, like, is it smoking? Is it strictly poverty? You know, I wonder what the reasons for that would generally be. Maybe
not modern plumbing and, you know, like having more unhygienic living conditions sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'd be interested to know exactly what the health outcomes are, you know, stemming from.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that these guys are very tough. They have been brought up in a hard existence, and they're naturally very determined to do their best whilst they're in the army.
By the time central selection at Pokhara is over, the number of potential recruits will have been reduced by nearly 99%.
Wow.
Oh my
Those
goodness.
have a right to be proud.
Yeah, for
With
sure.
their families watching, they swear an oath of allegiance to the crown.
I can't believe that. That blows me away.
99% are turned away.
That is, I think it's actually slightly higher.
Really?
Yeah, because they said 28,230, I believe. That would be like, 230 would be 1% of 23,000, right?
Yeah.
So obviously quite a bit more than that. That is just mind-blowing to me, man. And like it's really impressive that so many actually even try out, knowing that there is the likelihood is that
smallest chance of hope. Yeah.
Yeah, the likelihood is that you as an individual will not get in if 99% of you are going to be turned away.
Well, you miss 100% of the shots you never take.
No, I totally agree, but like considering what they're putting on the line in a lot of cases.
Yeah, like I think in the first video we watched about the Gurkhas, one of the moms had to take out a loan, like a loan sharker,
a big
like
loan,
some kind of mob or something, and he ended up not making it through the process. And yeah, it's just, I can't imagine.
Yeah, that's hard.
Sad.
And prepare to start their new life in the British Army.
So these are the ones that got in. I love the dress. It is sharp. I like it.
Aww.
So that's the new class. Was that all 230 of them?
I think so. The amount of pride I'm sure their families have for them.
That's the family, right? Oh, man.
Are they seeing them off?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, man, what an awesome feeling that must be.
Since leaving Hong Kong in 1997, the Brigade of Gurkhas has been based in the UK. And in keeping with its full integration into the wider army, the brigade now conducts its recruit training alongside British recruits in the UK.
I mean, that makes sense.
Gurkha company, Gurkha company.
For the new recruits, the move from Kathmandu to Catterick signifies the start of a complete change of lifestyle and culture as they embark on their career in the British Army.
Can't imagine how excited they would be.
Yeah.
And how much relief they would feel to have made it, all that.
Yeah, all that leading up to it's over with, and now it actually begins for you.
Gurkha recruits are trained in the same manner, using the same facilities as British recruits. As a result of those stringent selection processes conducted in Nepal, Gurkha recruits generally have a zero wastage rate during training.
Wow.
A zero what?
Wastage rate.
During training. What does that mean?
I think it basically means that no one drops out. I'm thinking that's what that probably means.
Oh, wow. So their retention is like 100%.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it sounds like to me, a wastage rate. Doesn't that sound like it would be?
I mean, I wouldn't use that term, but maybe it's just a different term.
But I mean, I know I've heard of it, but I don't know for sure, but I think that makes sense, right?
Wow, yeah.
Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This, most Gurkhas go on to serve for a minimum of 15 years.
15?
Combined with zero wastage means a high return on investment for the
MSP.
Holy!
In order to complete the cultural transition, all Gurkhas spend a little longer in Catterick than British recruits. This allows them to receive English language training and to adopt the corporate identity of the Brigade of Gurkhas.
I just want to say real quick, I'm excited that we're finally seeing them.
Yes, in their training.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see after
it
they
felt unfulfilled before.
Yeah,
like.
But that is amazing. That average length of serving is 15 years.
I mean, it makes sense though. If it's literally the best thing that's ever happened to you. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I would be curious to know though if anyone can chime in. How's that compare to the average Brit that goes into the armed forces? I don't really know what the number would be here in the U.S., but I would think it would be like I would think most probably go in for their 4 or 6 years.
I don't know this. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
But I feel like the rate today is probably lower than it was previously.
I was thinking that too.
People don't stay in as long, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm just guessing.
Those soldiers cap-badged to engineer and logistics regiments also receive technical language training before going on to complete trade training. So what do Gurkhas do in today's army?
Everything, I'm guessing.
Well, they serve as formed units rather than as individuals scattered throughout the army.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. They keep them together.
Stronger together, yeah.
Because they came in together.
Serving in engineer, signals and logistics regiments, there are 2 battalions of Royal Gurkha Rifles, one in Shorncliffe. And the other in Brunei. Incidentally, the only unit in the British Army in full-time jungle training.
So they're the only unit in the entire British Army in full-time jungle
Then
training.
there's the use of Gurkhas for demonstration purposes at the School of Infantry's Jungle Warfare Wing. Gurkhas can serve worldwide. Recently, they've been in Bosnia, Kosovo, Afghanistan and Sierra Leone.
Since September the 11th, we've been enormously busy, and I've had soldiers deployed in America, in Afghanistan, in Macedonia, in India, in Bangladesh.
There's been Gurkhas deployed here?
In America?
Did he say America or Americas?
Well, he said soldiers, so I don't know if he's meaning just Gurkhas or...
I think he's talking about Gurkhas.
Indeed, all over the world on operations.
So what kind of people can a unit employing Gurkha soldiers expect?
Oh my gosh.
Well, they'll find Gurkhas exceptionally fit, loyal and committed. The result of having had to work hard to get...
I can already see that.
Higher
More
stakes.
importantly, when the chips are down, Gurkhas have proven time and time again to be some of the fiercest fighters in the world.
Now we are going to dismantle this pontoon.
But beyond this, there are social and cultural differences which mark out the Gurkha soldier from his British counterpart.
Okay.
Nepal is often referred to as the Hindu kingdom. In fact, it is a country of immense cultural and religious diversity. The majority religions include Hinduism and Buddhism, but there are many others which are equally tolerated, including Islam and Christianity. Religion plays a big part in their lives. They have Hindu temples for worship under the guidance of religious teachers known as pundits. Their preferred diet will be different too. Nepali food tends to be quite spicy, and those Gurkhas who are practicing Hindus will not normally eat beef. There are other things that set the Gurkha apart from his typical British counterpart. He doesn't usually swear or boast. It's not in his nature. He also has a strong sense of traditional family values and a natural respect for age and rank that reflects his upbringing in Nepal. The cultural differences are there, but they're easy to accommodate. All that's needed is a little understanding and respect for his heritage and the terms and conditions of his service.
Monopoly.
I hate that game.
I love that game. It's one of my favorite.
It just takes too long.
The tripartite agreement lays down the framework for the unique terms and conditions under which all Gurkha soldiers serve. For instance, there's a widespread misconception within the wider army and the general public that Gurkha pay is substantially less than that received by British soldiers.
I never thought that.
Well, we don't know a lot about it, but yeah, I never would have guessed.
I mean, I feel like they get into the army and they would basically have the same pay as what they... I don't know what the pay is, but I would feel like they'd be paid for their rank.
It would probably go a lot further for them.
Yeah. Well, in some ways, yeah.
In their home country.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And this is simply not true. Their basic pay is based on Indian Army rates of pay.
Oh, wait, Indian Army?
Against this, they receive a cost of living allowance that brings their net take-home pay to the same level as that of an equivalent British serviceman.
Oh, okay.
As part of their financial package, Gurkhas have no individual tax or national insurance liability and pay no food or accommodation charges.
Nice.
Whoa! Wow.
So basically, the whole time they're in the service, their living is free.
Yeah, no accommodations, no food charges, and no taxes.
No health care either.
Well, generally, when you're in the military, your health care is usually generally covered. But, well, I guess it is. I don't really know how it's done in the UK. But I wonder, that's true. I wonder if British soldiers, the military in general in the UK, I wonder if the soldiers are covered under the NHS like regular civilians, or if they have their own military.
Well, I'm sure there's military hospitals.
Yeah, but I wonder, like, you know, they're like if they go to a regular hospital, if it's covered under NHS or if it's covered under some sort of military.
Like a different system.
Yeah, yeah.
Gurkhas are also entitled to take all the traditional British holidays. In addition, the tripartite agreement makes special provision for them to take leave on the main Hindu festivals of Dashain and Tihar, as well as other Nepalese public holidays. There are also special domestic considerations. 11 days line leave on the birth of a child. And to enable them to retain their social and cultural links with Nepal, They receive 5 months leave with free air travel after each
5
period of 3 years service.
months every 3 years.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's a big benefit right there.
That they get to take all at once, I guess?
I'm guessing they have the same amount of leave as British soldiers generally do. They also get to take certain, like, the holiday they were just talking about.
Their
like,
cultural holidays.
Sounded like maybe extra days after the birth of a child or something, and then 5 months every 3 years to obviously
go back home.
What an awesome thing! They get to go for 5 months every 3 years to spend time with their family and stuff. Like I think
that's really cool.
Yeah,
I can see why they stay in for.
Yeah, I mean it's
at least 15 years. Because
yeah, sounds like they're being treated really well, and their culture is being respected
honored,
to the point that is honored is a better way to put that. Yeah, when they're within the army itself.
Yeah.
When their time in the British Army is over, the tripartite agreement stipulates that all Gurkhas must return to Nepal as Nepalese citizens.
Bless me.
The Brigade of Gurkhas goes to great lengths to ensure that Gurkha reintegration into Nepalese society is as smooth as possible.
Okay, so this is interesting. So can they not stay in Britain if they wanted to? It sounds like
it doesn't sound like they can.
Sounds
I feel
like
we
they're
learned that in another video.
I don't remember that, but it sounds like they're required to actually go back to, because they are I wonder if they can attain British citizenship easier than someone else.
I was wondering that too. I feel like they should be able to.
I mean, if you serve,
that makes sense.
If you serve for 15 or 20 years, I mean, you imagine a lot of these young men are 20 years old when they go in. As if you serve for 20 years, half your life, most of the life that you probably remember at that point would be, in Britain. Yeah. So it makes me wonder, but I'm guessing a lot of them probably do want to go back to family and whatnot back in Nepal.
Prior to final discharge from the army, all Gurkhas receive the same resettlement package as British soldiers in the UK and also attend a reorientation course in Kathmandu. In Nepal, they enjoy a high standard of living based on an immediate pension scheme that they receive on discharge.
That's cool.
The pension that a Gurkha receives is calculated to give him a comfortable standard of living in Nepal and is comparable to salaries earned by Nepalese professionals, such as doctors, bank managers and senior civil servants.
As it should be.
During retirement in Nepal, all ex-Gurkha servicemen have access to a worldwide re-employment program and a comprehensive welfare and medical support scheme provided by the Gurkha Welfare Trust and its network of welfare centres throughout the brigade's traditional recruiting areas. When a Gurkha ex-serviceman falls on exceptionally hard times, then the Gurkha Welfare Scheme is there as a safety net and to provide support.
In our country, we don't have National Health Service. It is very, very expensive for medication. But those who served in the British Army, we have got this medical welfare scheme all over the country, east, west, and central, including Darjeeling.
That's a huge
The facilities provided by the scheme go a long way to improving the overall infrastructure of the Gurkha homeland, a land that has provided some of the world's finest soldiers. The Gurkha soldier, a product of one of the most rigorous selection processes in the world. A man who is proud to serve the Crown and, as an integral part of the British Army, is a direct contributor to its operational capability.
was a really well done video.
That was incredible.
More like documentary, I guess, like a mini documentary.
I learned so many things that I hadn't known up until this point.
Yeah, I learned a lot more in this video than the other, obviously.
Because we finally got to understand more about what it was like for them to be in the Army.
But I'm still a little disappointed we didn't get to see the actual training.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. I want to see them training with their, I forgot what that weapon is called, but I want to see the training with that at some point. I can definitely see this is not just like, okay, we're going to, like, you're maybe in poverty and you're escaping poverty for a while. No, this absolutely transforms your life. You go in, you serve 15, 20 years or whatnot. You then go back to Nepal. And not only have you been taken care of that entire time, you have great leave, you have great benefits. You don't have any accommodation or food expenses the entire time. I guess
so. You're saving a lot of money. Probably.
Unless you actually want to spend money on something, you could literally save almost all your money and then go back. And you probably send in a lot of that to your family and whatnot, I'm guessing. But once you go back, you have a pension that is on the level of doctors and things in Nepal, which obviously means that you go back after retiring from the British Army and you literally are living at a standard much higher than average. And that, it not only is obviously helping their entire family, but in a way, with enough Gurkha in their area, back in Nepal that are retired,
it has a ripple effect.
It has a ripple effect because if you have a pension that's like what a doctor or another professional would be, you're able to
put more money into your economy.
Put more money into your economy than the average person, which means it brings up small businesses and whatnot within the area, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But these guys are amazing, obviously.
Yeah, a lot of respect to them.
Still haven't seen their training, but what I've seen, I can tell they just are very elite soldiers.
Firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It really makes sense when I really think about the fact that less than 1% get in. I mean, that means you take less than 1% of any group, you're going to have the best of the best. And they're probably not just going to be the best of the best of that group. They're going to be the best of the best you can find in general, because anytime you get a large group and you get 1% of them, it's very likely that group is going to be top notch. Guys, really enjoyed learning about this type of thing. Let us know in the comments what you think we should check out next in terms of the Gurkha, the British military, anything along those lines. But I think that's it for us today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey. Until next time, peace.
Bye.